But yeah, hello, we're back. My internet dropped out, so hopefully we can still get into this race. I'll just be rejoining, so please bear with. Anything happened in the pits, Doug, while I was gone?
Just a few more people trying to see if they can get in. I think Padgham is out. We're even checking if Tim Regal made it in. This is a Rocky final.
Yeah, I am going to be restarting the game. Yeah, seems a bit paper thin this today.
Yeah. Oh dear. Hello. We've got a couple of viewers come back. Hello. We're doing our best.
Yeah, we're just getting it together. For now, I'm just loading this up. So me and Doug are going to talk for a bit while the splash screen is up, and then yeah.
Yeah, I believe that there is a little bit of R&D going on as to other platforms for racing in the future. But it's not too many options for keeping something that's accessible to enough players.
Yeah, I think they've definitely done something in the latest patch that has just thrown everything out of whack.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad, really. Welcome, Pete B Flan Club.
Flan Club.
Flan Club? Fan Club. Fan Club.
Fan Cub.
Yeah, sorry, I can't use my words today.
Sorry, I shouldn't be drilling on you like that, but it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Hopefully this loads. The game's been taking a lot longer to load today, so they've done something to it.
Yeah, latest patch seems to have according to our man on the inside, the race room was patched over the weekend and no one restarted the dedicated server.
Oh, that was for the okay, I've got something. Error 1. Something went wrong. Oh, this isn't very good.
Oh dear.
Want my money back?
Yes.
All right, let's try this again. So make sure it's all shut down and start again. Race room racing experience. Race room crashing experience. What's that doing, right? Weird. Okay. All right, let's try again. Hopefully we can get in. I think we might have missed the start by now, but
yeah, I would have expected so.
Yeah.
Although, how long's their warm up?
Their warm up was, I think it's 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was longer than that.
Okay. Well now.
All right, the pit chat has gone quiet, so I think the racing is likely happening.
Probably racing now. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Well. Okay, it's loaded this time. We're doing good. We're should be able to hear the music now. So this is promising. We're getting somewhere.
And when we get in and we can actually see who's made it onto the track, then maybe we can talk about our predictions for who's going to get away with the most points from this.
Yeah, true. Very true. So I don't think even if Brophy comes first today, I'm not sure if I might be able to win it.
That's a double points race, isn't it?
Double points race, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to figure that out, Doug. Whether Brophy can win it if he comes first.
Well, he can quite simply. So it would be he would claw in 24 points, which would put him 10 clear points ahead of Belevsky. So in fact, there's because he's currently 14 points adrift, which means if he came sixth, he would equal. So anything higher than sixth, and he's taking it. He will jump both Yilmaz and Belevsky.
Wow.
In adventure.
Well, I think there's only 6 cars on the track. 7 cars on the track. So
Get in there and see them spin-offs.
all right. We are loading into the session now. Finally, we're getting there. All right. Looks like we're in. It's qualifying, apparently.
Okay.
All right.
So, can you jump up in Discord because I can't see it?
Yeah, I will jump it up in Discord.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. It looks like there is some sort of qualifying session going on.
Maybe they restarted the qualifying just to actually enable the.
Yeah.
To actually enable people to get in.
I am very confused, but hey, that's good. It means we'll see a start of a race.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh, wide there from Pete Brophy. Just feeling out those bits of the track. Matt Perkins going a bit wide there as well.
Now the Discord feed is frozen. Is there anything you can do about that? Do you need to select the window or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just shake the window until it does something.
I'm gonna try that. Yeah. Right.
Looks like this is the qualifying results. Interesting.
You know what? I guess I'm just gonna watch via the stream. Just slightly slower, but.
But do you want me to stop and start it?
If you want to give it a try.
There you go.
Right, let's have a look again. Oh, I've just got a still image of someone in the.
I think we had this problem before, Doug, didn't we? A long time ago.
It seems familiar, yeah.
Let me try doing it this way instead.
Is it something to do with the window selected?
Try that.
Oh, it's back. Yes.
Nice one.
Oh, and it's. Ugh. Oh, it's acting very strange. I mean, I can see cars now, but it keeps flicking back to. Not a very reliable stream. Oh well.
Hang on. Give me another chance.
One try. Okay.
Try that.
It is. Let me stop watching and re-watch. No. All I can see is Tim Heaton in the pit lane. Oh, hang on. It's coming to the warm up.
Right.
Okay. Let's see how this does. Yeah.
If I select the window, it broadcasts for you. What the hell?
Okay. Yeah, Discord. Okay. Well. Marvelous.
This would be a good time to mention that our sponsor for this week is Family.
Family. Who needs connections when you have family?
Exactly.
Oh dear. It has built up a bit of a family this like under this racing league.
Yeah, racing family.
It's all very sporting discussion, very sympathetic discussion. Like if something goes wrong, people are very apologetic if that, because while they like competing with each other, that no one wants to ruin somebody else's race.
Yes, yeah,
It's very, very good spirited sport.
very sportsmanlike.
Right. So, did you have those qualifying results again?
Well, I mean, I think we
Oh,
re-qualified.
yeah.
Throw it out the window.
Oh, so we just don't know anymore.
We
Excellent.
just don't know anymore. It's gonna be a mess.
Cool. Right. So who's on track? Who's on track? Let's recap.
Right. So we got Pete Brophy on track. We got Balabanov. We got Costa. We got Vernon. We've got Regal. We got Perkins. Well, Perkins is having a bit of a snooze, but and then we got Heaton. So yeah.
All right. Okay. Please reselect the window.
Yeah. We got 2 Tims and 2 Peters.
All right. So Regal was our hottest qualifier in the long session. All right. Well, this is going to be an upset for the board. So Tim Regal could come away. What's the highest he could jump right now? So for a double points finish, the highest amount of points for first would be 24 points.
25 if he gets the best lap.
Oh, right.
So that's potentially a 26. I think it's. I think you get double points for the best lap as well. So.
Oh, that's different.
It's either 25 or 26 points.
All right. Well, let's say he can. Let's say it is 26. Actually, no. Let's say it's 25. It could be.
Yeah.
But because we don't know. But so if he gets 25 points on his current 16, that puts him up to 41, which would jump him ahead of Dan Prescott, Alan Padgham, and potentially Georgi Balabanov. But Balabanov is on track today, and especially if there's only 7 races, he's probably pulling out another 12 at least.
Yep.
So it's unlikely that Tim Regal could leapfrog Prescott and Padgham, but I think that's about as far as he's going to get.
That is some points potential there for Regal though. That's pretty good.
It is, yeah.
I've just thrown the points up on the stream again so people can have a look.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pete Brophy is the man to watch this race because he is within striking distance of winning the entire thing.
Yeah. Matthew Perkins is very likely, with the points available, to jump Tom Constable and bring it into 4th place, but I don't think that the numbers just aren't there for him to get any higher than that. But he will want to be getting in some points because Tim Heaton's only 20 points behind him in the lead at the moment, and he can make that up today.
Yeah, definitely could.
Peter Vernon as well, actually in a very similar position. So Perkins has a lead to maintain. It's very likely Ollie Saltney and Towles will get jumped by both Peter Vernon and Tim Heaton.
Yeah, that means Towles gets to lose his 7.
Sadly, sadly it looks to be the case.
Yep. Right. Looks like we are starting race 1 now. It's a rolling start. Here we go. And I will put the car onto Pete Brophy. The camera onto Pete Brophy, rather.
And hide the scores.
Oh, yes, I need to hide the scores. There we go. So I forgot there for a second.
And back to the window. Sorry, I'm backseat.
Yeah, there we go. And we're good.
Right. Chat, who you want to win today? You got 7 to choose from.
It's all about Pete Brophy. Look, what is this? Have you seen what's happened, Doug?
That is very strange, yeah.
This rolling start is just absurd. What the hell?
What? Peter Vernon and Brophy just got gifted a race of their own.
And Vernon basically and Brophy basically just tear off on their own. Great, let's look further back. So yeah, here's Regal in the middle of the pack. It looks like it's Heaton from Heaton and then Costa and then Regal. And then behind him is Perkins. Perkins not faring very well in that engagement, and Blabanov there at the back. Perkins, though, having a go at Regal. Oh! Big spin!
Ooh.
Perkins sends Regal fishtailing. He's not going to be happy about that.
No, he's not. But he does have 49 minutes to pull this back together. Well, the Heaton Express has left the station. Kevin Costa is putting in a spirited chase, though. He's been given a lot of room. I know, what with that incident between Perkins and Regal, that's a painful one.
Yeah.
And Vernon's ahead of Brophy. We've seen these two go at it for a while, so...
I cannot believe that rolling start happened.
Yeah, that... What the hell?
Just when you think you've seen it all, that happens.
You don't need logic when you've got family. That's the silliest thing. Oh, should we have a look at that? How are those two doing up at the front?
Yeah, let's take a look. I'm just going to remember that I've got to click back on the screen whenever I change car now, Doug.
All right.
So just
I'm sorry.
Just tell me when you need switching back.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you if it's following up.
We've got the two Peters here battling at the front. It's Vernon and then Brophy. There's plenty of time in this race, though, so they can afford to pace themselves at this stage, especially with that start. Don't know what was up with that.
Yeah. Costa's dropped back off Heaton for a bit, so this is the fight. If anything, it's Perkins that looks like he's catching Costa.
Yeah, he is. Costa has fallen back into the clutches of Perkins.
I think he must have had a bit of a wide chasing Heaton, because Heaton's actually got pretty much a whole 2 seconds. Like, they were only about half a second apart before. You just see them sneaking in the background.
As they come round Clock Curve now, heading down towards Paddock Hill Bend again for the third time.
They're both holding. That's a good line. It's very easy to get that corner wrong, especially when you come through the extra speed from a hot lap. Now, Druid's that tight little hairpin where all the action always happens. Oh,
yeah, we might see some action here. Because Perkins is right on the back of Costa. All over the back of him. Getting a bit untidy there, coming off the apex.
Very different lines coming onto the Brabham Straight.
Round 30s now.
Into the drop. Ooh, Costa looked like he was a bit wide there. He's kicked up some dust.
As long as it's just a wheel, it shouldn't slow him down too much.
Yeah, not enough lost drive to both using all the track.
I mean, you got to when you got Dingledale coming up. Oh, and bit of a slide off. Yeah, it looks like Perkins is alongside down the Dell.
Costa trying to shut the door.
Come round Stirling now and down towards Clark Curve.
Perkins isn't going to be put off by that.
Perkins
is he going to try and pull it into the bend?
Oh!
Can he handle the braking zone?
Yes.
I think he's made it work.
Very clean pass there from Perkins.
Costa will try and fight it back, but let's keep this tidy. Still early in the race, boys. Oof. Costa's a bit wide. Coming on Graham Hill Bend there. I think Perkins has now owned this place. And Costa's got Tim Regal, who's he's past Balabanov, and Regal has a bone to pick with the front now.
Yeah, I think Costa got a bit untidy there because he was a victim of that tunnel vision you get when you're following someone else. You follow their line, and sometimes that makes you get a bit untidy. So yeah, he's just a victim of following the back of Perkins' car there.
Yeah, you can follow the line, but you've still got to have your own braking zone planned out.
Exactly.
You can't just react to them. All right, let's have a look at the front. It looks like it's proper close again.
Yeah, here we go. Vernon and Brophy going at it. I mean, this isn't unfamiliar, Doug, if you know what I'm talking about.
Indeed, yeah.
It's been several good battles between Vernon and Brophy over the course of this championship.
Does, yeah. Brophy is an extremely confident racer, very fast, very reliable. Vernon's clearly, he's found some real pace in the last few races, I'd say, actually. And a bit more consistency, but he does still take risks. And occasionally his hard work can be lost.
Yep. It looks like, Brophy's going for it. Down the Pilgrim's Drop. Well,
this is a point of bravery. Like, trying to make it work into Hawthorne Bend. Can they not fall off? To the Derek Minter Straight, easy bit. Now this is Westfield, where a lot of people are losing out. And we come down into Dingledale. And up to Sheens. Both cars still on track. Very good. Let's run up at the front. Well, it's not. Like, that was some weird, janky rolling starts stuff, but, you know. Tim Regal has already caught Costa.
We're going to be chatting to the stewards about that one after.
Indeed. So Tim Regal has already found his way past Kevin Costa, by the way.
Wow. Regal absolutely pacing it up through the field. He's going to be on the back of Perkins soon, looking for some redemption.
Indeed. We haven't seen that much of him this tournament, but he is a fast man on track. And is not afraid of any other drivers. He will assert his line with dominance. So you have to have a good answer when Tim Regal comes knocking.
It'd be interesting if Regal gets past Perkins and onto the back of Heaton, whether we see some Tim orders.
Oh, marvellous. Yeah, because Perkins is... No, like, I think he's approaching Heaton, but not that fast. There's still about 2.5 to 3 seconds in it, depending on the lap.
2.5 seconds right now.
Yeah. Because it looks like Tim Heaton has a couple of, like, 1 or 2 sectors that might be better than Perkins, because he pulls out a little distance and then Perkins closes up again. But I'm not sure how far he was. I lost track of how far away he was a few laps ago, so we'll see maybe this time in a lap or two.
Yeah, it looks like he has squeezed it down to about 2 seconds now, but yeah, as you say, Doug, it's a very kind of elastic gap, if you will, between the two cars, springing backwards and forwards quite a lot.
Whereas these two are just pure friction. It's brilliant.
This is going to be a very sweaty 50-minute race.
Yeah.
For these two.
I mean, it's hard to imagine that they will go all that time without. We haven't seen these kind of pairings go on for that long without some kind of incident.
We've got pit stops.
A bit of a wide. Oh, we do, of course.
We do have pit stops, remember, because this is one big 50-minute race. We've got pit stops.
Brophy's going for a move.
He's done it.
Oh, he had the drive.
He's absolutely done him through Dingledale.
I wonder if that's a penalty slowdown, because that's an uncharacteristic drop-off, and I think it may have come from exceeding track limits.
Yes, yeah, he was. Vernon was pretty much 2 wheels off the track in that corner earlier. So yeah.
Yeah, because he wouldn't otherwise. Like he's already lost almost a second to him, and that's uncharacteristic. Unless his tyres are just like, I don't know, socks now.
Yeah, Vernon will be looking to recoup his losses a bit. Bit of a lock up there coming out of Druids.
I think Brophy's got a chance to escape here. Balabanov is closing on Costa. Actually, I wonder if Kevin Costa has troubled his tyres a bit with his combat early on.
Yeah, maybe he's got a bit of a problem there.
Although it's down to 3 seconds now, I think Balabanov might have had a slow corner. 3.5. A very slow corner.
That's all it takes for those gaps to get bigger again.
Indeed.
And all of that hard work to be undone.
Regal is slowly reeling in Perkins. Got him down to about 3 second gap now. So I think in a few laps we may well see some more combat there.
Yeah, it's 2.5. About three seconds to 2.5 between Perkins and Regal. Perkins now within, well, yeah, about 2.5 seconds of Heaton. These two still going at it at the front here, Vernon and Brophy.
No, I'm wondering now if it was Balabanov that had an error, or if it was Costa that had an error, which put him close, and has then since been able to just pull out faster times after getting back on track.
Potentially, yeah.
Because he's pulled out quite a bit of distance now.
Potentially Costa settled into a groove again and is pulling out those good lap times. Although it's hard to tell at the moment because everyone's lap times are coming up as invalid.
Oh.
I think a lot of people are exceeding track limits.
Brilliant. Penalty served. Vernon isn't letting Pete get away.
This is the chase now. Unfortunately, you can't see because there's a big 20 in the way.
Who would drive with that on their screen? That's absurd.
Well, there we go. You can see a little bit of time there gained on Paddock Hill.
Yeah.
Ooh, coming right up behind him and drew his late break there from Pete Vernon.
Yeah, it looks like he did make up some time. He might even caught Brophy a bit here. Oh, that's
very late on the brakes, and he pays for it.
Yeah. I don't think that was where he wanted to brake. Got a tighter line than Brophy on this. But it does send him out, like, the curb knows a car is supposed to be there, so definitely valid.
Coming up out of Dingledale now. It looks like Brophy is pulling away slightly.
Though he caught a little bit of dust there. Perkins is right on the back of Heaton now.
Oh, it looks like Heaton's gone into the gravel. Yeah, we just missed it, but it looks like, Regal has gone past Heaton. Seems like there was no Tim Orders there. And Perkins goes up ahead. So now that's the gap between Perkins and Regal now is 2 seconds.
Yeah. So I don't think that was a contact. I think that was must have been a gratuitously wide corner from Heaton. They'll be very frustrated with that.
Yeah, the pit window's now open as well. The pit window is now open.
Could have been a misjudging of a tyre grip on behalf of Heaton. Because as they start to drop off, you can't hold the same lines. You got to give a bit more time for braking. Can't take the corners as fast. And sometimes the driver's confidence doesn't match the car's confidence.
Yeah, you've got to take care of those tyres and make sure you can get round without any slips and slides.
Indeed.
Gotta make sure that you're keeping them safe, because you only get one pit in this race. So. I guess you could probably have two, but you'd be so far behind at that stage that...
Yeah, it'd be ludicrous.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it.
There's a lot of missing turf by that corner now. He's brought it down to just over a second. Again, Tim Regal, very good command of the track.
Absolutely rocketing it round. Let's take a look at the battle at the front again.
Is Brophy nursing tyres at all? Be surprised if his tyres were in a worse shape than Vernon's. Vernon's the one that's had a bit more kick up and such.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether we can actually check the tyre wear.
Need AWS. Oh, I think it's time to look at Perkins and Regal again.
Yeah, I think Regal might have had Perkins might have had a moment there, and Regal's gone on through. So
yeah, he
Regal
did.
now up into third place.
He's got his revenge on Perkins, like surpassed him, like despite the incident at the start. Just been a faster driver so far.
We've still got 32.5 minutes left, so it'd be interesting to see whether Regal can catch up to the front runners. There's 14 seconds there, so
that is a... Yeah, I mean, they're not... His time differential to them has been pretty static. Like he's been about 14 seconds behind the front runners for quite a while. So barring any horrendous bad times or serious misjudgments of pit window, I think that's going to be a very tall order, because he's fast, but so are they.
Yeah, absolutely rocketing around.
If anything, his biggest rival is still likely to be Perkins, because he's past Perkins, but Perkins won't drop out of this race. And if Regal does make any mistakes in the manner that Heaton did, then there's still potential to lose a position.
You're right there, Doug.
Using all that track again.
Vernon now dropping off the back of Brophy a little bit. The gap's now 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, I think that pit stop is probably coming quite soon, because we've seen like his aggressive style, I think, is quite punishing on the tyres and the other drivers, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah, you can see now the battle for P1 live with the gap staying around 1.5 seconds. Well, going up, getting a little bit larger maybe.
It will keep flexing in some of the different corners. Right. Because I don't know how this is calculated exactly, because in real life you have checkpoints, which is where like you have sectors.
Yeah.
Whereas this looks like it's calculating actual distance, which flexes a lot.
We've got sectors here as well. We've got we've got sector times, yeah.
We need more.
Yeah, so it looks like Vernon was better. Is generally better. No, Vernon generally pulled out a slightly better lap than Brophy last lap, but their lap times are so matched.
And how do they match down the grid? Because Tim Regal, he's lost actually about half a second to Peter Brophy in the last couple of laps.
Pete Brophy is absolutely flying right now, pulling out 1:26 dead. Pete Vernon is pulling out a 126.3, so he's dropping back a little bit every lap. Oh, and a big spin there from Pete Vernon! No, absolute disaster! Will Regal get by? I don't think so. I think that's gonna... Yeah, no, that's... that has basically put Vernon in, like... It's kind of, like, equaled the distance between him, Brophy, and Regal. So, basically, yeah.
He's on his own now.
Yeah, he's on his own. Flash the lights. Ah, Pete.
Oh, dear. Might be time for some new boots soon.
Yeah, but that plays into the hands of Pete Brophy here, who is absolutely scooting it round. If there was a time to pit, it'd probably be now, right?
Well, is it? Because he's doing in Brophy's case, he's doing the fastest laps of the race, or fastest laps of anyone on track. Like he's got the space to manage and preserve the tyres, make them go longer. Because the longer you can get good times out of the tyres for, the much better position you're in. Because pitting now, when your tyres have only done and not even half the race, it means that your second set are even bigger gamble. Because you want to get it, because I think it's the same tyre compounds. Like someone can correct me if they know better.
Same tyre compound.
Okay, yeah. So you really want to get at least halfway. The only time you would make a change is if you're in too much combat and you aren't able to get the best efficiency out of the tyres. So, whereas Pete Brophy is in the best position to get tyre efficiency.
Most definitely.
When he does pit, there is every chance he might be in some traffic for a while.
Speaking of people that have pitted, Doug, looks like Perkins has pitted, and also looks like Vernon's in the barrier. So, I don't know what happened there. He's going to rejoin the track there, but looks like, Vernon spun off into the barrier. He'll be wanting to pit now, probably. Looks like Costa is also pitting.
Regal is past Vernon.
Yep, it looks like that is the case. There's Perkins coming back out onto track now. So, yeah, first place man is Brophy. Second now is Regal, who is 14 seconds down the road. And then, Heaton is now battling with Vernon.
Oh, it's all gone wrong for Vernon.
It has all gone wrong.
And it looks like he's driving on ice. He's got because he's trying to fight Tim, but you see he just doesn't have the grip to hold the fighty lines in the corners.
We've got the Brophy Mega Fan Club in chat at the moment. Welcome everyone. It looks like he's doing the business today. Oh look, that's Heaton going in.
Ah.
But Vernon stays out on track.
The man's mad. I think we just have to accept that.
I think one more lap from Vernon and he'll be in.
Yeah, a bit of clear air.
It's the question though. Will Perkins? Well, you say, oh no, Perkins.
The question we should never want to ask.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Trophy lapping him.
I was going to say, will Perkins get past Heaton because Heaton's in the pits, but it's not looking likely.
Not with that outlap.
How's the stream, by the way, Doug? Can you see it moving?
No, I can. No, I'm defaulting to Twitch if it doesn't show up in Discord.
Right,
but Twitch is, and just a second or so behind the Discord.
Fair play.
So there's Perkins. Oh, and is that Heaton coming out of the pits? It is.
That is. It looks like Heaton had a very slow pit stop. So even though Perkins spun, he's made it back out in front.
Although Perkins was in front of Heaton.
Oh yeah,
so,
no, I'm getting confused with the Tims here.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anything, that has made the gap between Perkins and Heaton smaller.
Can you hit the window again? Thank you.
Yeah, you can see Pete Brophy slowing down a bit now. His last lap was a 1:27. It's a second slower than his some of his best laps.
Wow, that's a big demand on these tyres to then go like over half distance on their second stint. People are going to have to be careful with these.
What's even let's see. No, you can see so it's Pete Brophy and Tim Regal pulling out 126s or 126.9, 126.8. Pete Vernon there is 128.5, so he's slowing down considerably. As Pete Vernon comes into the pits, actually.
Pete Brophy
comes into the pits. Two Petes, two Tims. We've got too many Petes and too many Tims. Right, okay. Balabanov's in the pits. You've got Tim Regal now coming in the pits as well. As Balabanov leaves the pits, he's not going to get lapped this time.
We need to jump to just surnames, I think.
Yeah.
If they turn up with different names, like Muna's carrying it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
One and only.
So yeah, Brophy and Regal in the pits now. Looks like Pete Vernon is gonna head into the lead, but of course, remember he hasn't pitted.
Now, is he trying? Is he going to try and hold up the other drivers after their pit stop to ruin their outlaps, etc.? It is a strategy. I don't know if it's a winning one. Could be good showtime though.
He's gonna have to go in. He's the only person now on the track that hasn't pitted. As everyone else has just left the pits.
Yeah, so expect when he does go in, what was it, about 40 seconds?
40 seconds. Yeah, on average, I think.
Yeah, because he was fighting with Heaton just before Heaton went into the pit.
Yes.
So it might actually be 50 seconds. Because it was surprisingly long, the pit drop here. So if he pits now, it will likely bring in, I expect, just behind Heaton. But
it's coming in.
Tight.
Here we go.
And we get to find out.
Sets off the pit alarm.
How do you even do that?
You speed in the pit lane.
Oh dear.
So yeah, that pushes Pete Brophy back into the lead.
We're expecting Tim Regal and Matt Perkins to definitely come past. But the question is, who will be out in front after Vernon's pit stop? Will it be Heaton or Vernon?
Here's Perkins.
Perkins should be well ahead of... I mean, he did have the spin, but I don't think it would have cost him enough. Because we still see, there's Vernon.
Yeah, although
his tyres are on the ground.
Yeah, his tyres on the ground. He's driving out. It looks like... There's Heaton. There's Vernon. Oh, Vernon gets a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
So he's out behind Heaton, and insult to injury, drive-through penalty.
Absolute disaster for Vernon.
Oh dear, that might put him behind Costa even. He was only 5.5 seconds adrift of him, because the drive-through will probably cost him about 10 seconds, maybe 15.
He's got to make sure to take it carefully.
Just see Pete Brophy in the background there, just like blue, flash of blue.
Flash of blue, just absolutely zooming by. 20 minutes of this race left. Everyone has pitted.
There is. And what I don't know is if there is a certain number of laps in which Pete Vernon has to respond to that drive-through penalty, because he might just have to go straight in, or he might think, I've got enough laps, I'm going to try and take a challenge to Heaton, because 2 seconds is surmountable if you've got good tyres and got a good line.
Yeah,
although actually that's catching Tim Heaton. Getting past him is not easy.
Yeah, it looks like he's taking that penalty.
Yeah, just get out of the way for the best.
Because even if he did catch Tim Heaton and get by him, then the penalty would mean that he'd fall back behind anyway.
Yeah. So it'd have to be, yeah, you'd have to be a rather unsportsmanly disruption to Tim Heaton's race at that point to buy you back a whole drive-through penalty.
It looks like, Costa has gone ahead, and it looks like Balabanov will go ahead as well. So, absolute disaster for Vernon, all the way down into 7th.
He was at the front of this race. Right.
It looks like this is Costa now getting by Heaton. We didn't see it, but this is this is what happened.
I think Heaton must have had another wide.
So that pushes Costa up into 4th. Which would be
turntables.
Would be an absolutely great finish for Costa.
It would, yeah. That would. I mean, we shouldn't say these things. We always do that,
quick, let's get the camera off him. Get the camera off him. This is Tim Regal.
Forced his way back up to 2nd.
Yeah, he's within 12 seconds of Pete Brophy now.
It's made up time.
Only 2 seconds, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Well, that's about 2 seconds in the pit phase. Well, I wonder if Brophy is putting down the fastest laps he can, or if he is doing conservative laps. I mean, I don't know. Do you have the metrics?
So yeah, last lap Pete Brophy did a 1:26.3. Tim Regal actually doing a 1:25.2. So yeah, he is reeling him in.
Oh,
they can keep that pace up. Although Pete Brophy's this lap was 1:25.7, so let's see what Tim Regal can do.
So there's some good pace matching, but I think Tim Regal's race has offset him by so much that even if he does some good laps, I don't think there's enough differential to catch him, even with 17 minutes.
Yeah, so that was a 1:25.5 by Tim Regal. So he is slowly but surely catching, but
that's
it'll depend on whether he can keep that pace.
Yeah, he'd need about 50 laps at that pace to catch.
It's a long climb.
Yeah, barring a mistake from Brophy, which, well, we've seen how much time you can lose in a mistake. This is now Pete Brophy's race, and thus Pete Brophy's championship to lose.
I think Pete Vernon has packed it in for the day.
That's harsh. That's a heartbreaking way to finish the league, finish the championship.
Yeah, here we are with Balabanov. "20 seconds off of Heaton, but it looks like Heaton is within striking distance now of Costa, so there might be some action here in a sec."
So he can retake that position, perhaps. Yeah, because we saw in the practice a couple of times Heaton going off. This track is not his best ground. It's challenging for any driver. Like we've seen Costa as well, kicking up quite a lot of grass. Yeah. So it's not putting him off the track, but it probably will affect his long-term tyre performance.
Yeah, very challenging, undulating track is Brands.
Yeah.
Especially on the back section that we were racing today.
Lots of our colleagues have done I believe it's quite rather long cyclothons on this track.
My brother cycled around it because he used to work with a team that was doing the British Supersport Bike Championship. So he's visited Brands a fair amount of times.
got so much character to it, the way you race.
Yeah, just imagine though cycling this thing. All the hills.
All those hills, exactly. Brilliant downhills, but you've got to get the momentum coming up. Miller was telling me, because he was doing it, that when they were running the cyclothon, it was a big event, lots of people.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of rugby players on there, which are really good cyclists. But these big guys were fantastic for drafting past.
Yeah.
Because they punch such a big hole in the air with those broad shoulders. Because you see a lot cycling races. What they do is like they've got these teardrop helmets, skinny bikes, tiny bars. They want to be bullet shaped, to save every bit of drag they can. Whereas when you've got a prop on a racing bike, that's a lot of shoulders and arms. That's a lot of meat.
Yeah, it's a lot of sirloin.
Yeah. But apparently cycling is apparently very popular among the modern rugby players. Really good, really works the muscle. Yeah, it works the muscle groups really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one is the drama, isn't it? This race.
Yeah, this is Costa defending from Heaton.
I think he's quite firmly caught now. These are about defensive moves and committing to these corners.
12.5 minutes left, or just over. Yeah, wow, the field has really opened up now as well. So from Brophy to Regal, it's 10 seconds.
So he's still pulling in time, but it's just slowly. Okay.
Yep, sorry, just choking on air. Right, yeah. Then Perkins, 27 seconds down the road from Regal. Costa is then 17 seconds down the road from Perkins. And then this is the battle we're all looking at now. It's just Costa and Heaton.
Perkins is absolutely on his own. It was a very tight line from Costa. Don't know if that's quick. It's hard to tell because they get so close in Druids, and even
that's what Druids does. Just backs up, and concertinas the whole field.
Yeah. Again into Pilgrim's Drop. Now, while I think this area is probably good for the overtakes, it's also the part of the track where both these drivers have been having the trouble. But I don't know if either of them really has the confidence to try anything super dramatic.
We shall see. We shall definitely see. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the track, Tim Regal now 9 seconds behind Pete Brophy, clawing in. We might see it.
We might see those two nearby at the end of the race. And it's not fast enough to catch, though. He's only put that a couple of seconds in about 6 minutes. Which, was that a drift from Costa there?
Maybe a little bit of four-wheel drift there.
Yeah, that's got given Heaton the drive, but he's overshot the Druids. But that then does give him a really big drive coming down the hill. That was exciting. Yeah.
See that slingshot manoeuvre not exactly paying off for Heaton, but yeah, Costa will be pleased about that as he gets to retain 4th place.
Frightened the life out of him. Yeah. But yeah, because Keaton probably did have the better drive, but just sacrificed the braking zone. Very close right now.
Oh,
Perkins.
Costa goes off, but he manages to rejoin. But will he get a penalty for exceeding track limits there?
I do. I think Perkins has had a bit of a wide because he's lost about 15 seconds to Regal, and he's now only 11 seconds in front of these two.
Yeah, so we could potentially see Perkins coming into the screen if those mistakes keep happening.
Yeah, keep it together, Perkins.
Yeah, Perkins is now 41 seconds off the back of Tim Regal. Nearly, 50 seconds off of the back of Brophy, our race leader. Some very scrappy racing, scrappy corners from these two.
It's a bit, yeah. Very close match on these times. Costa driving his heart out.
I think if Costa manages this, will be an absolutely banging end to the season for him.
Yeah.
He hasn't had much luck in previous races due to various spins or even being punted off at the beginning sometimes. So
yeah,
it's a very, very courageous drive here from Kevin Costa.
Yeah, luck hasn't been on his side. If he held this, where would that put him in the championship? Let's have a look. So let's see, probably 18 points on top of his 13, bring him to 31. That would push him ahead of Kolyev, Prescott, and Pageant by the looks of it. Yeah, push him ahead of Tim Regal, but I expect Regal to take enough points in his position to escape. But that would give. Yeah, that would bring Costa up another 3 places. In fact, even if he loses this place to Tim Heaton, it's likely he'll still bring up enough points to do that.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Giving it his best on this really challenging track. And the endurance factor can't be ignored either.
Exactly, yeah.
To keep it together for... What was it? 50?
7 more minutes.
Yeah.
Tim Regal now within 7 seconds and 3/10 off of the back of Brophy now.
Now, what I wonder is Brophy playing it safe? Because what he really wants is to have, even if Tim Regal catches him, he wants to have better tyres. Like if they're going into combat,
Well, the lap times don't suggest that, Doug. As Brophy's last lap was a 126.4, and Regal's last lap was a 126.2. So it's still very close there.
Close, but their fastest laps were in the mid 125s.
Yes.
So they are driving smart, I think. Because even Regal, there's every chance maybe he's saving as well.
Yeah, Regal's best lap was a 125.1, which is absolutely blistering pace.
Indeed. So that's why I reckon when they get into combat, oh, look how close.
Very close racing here.
Now can Heaton
He's going to squeeze him out, but I think he's going to make that one stick.
That looked good. Can Costa come back in any of this section? Can Heaton stick it, get onto his racing line and escape?
Oh, it looks like... Heaton defending that line really well, having come off the track there.
There's inches between them. No one traded paint there. I'm glad we had that on camera. That was fantastic.
Yeah, very respectful, close racing from these two.
It's really good racing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Excellent work, Kevin, to like keep Heaton behind all that time passed, and then fight. Because he fought the overtake there, but not. But I know he didn't lunge or screw up a braking zone. That was just
very clean.
Good racing. Excellent stuff.
So Costa is dropping a little bit off the back of Heaton now.
Keep those boots in good shape. You've got another 4 minutes, like at the end of a long race. Balabanov's 30 seconds down the road, but 30 seconds goes quickly if you're backwards.
Exactly. You're very right there, Doug.
Now, how are Matt Perkins' lap times compared to Heaton?
So Perkins is running a 128.2 at the moment. That was his last lap. Heaton's last lap was a 128.8. So Perkins is still on the pace. It's just a 127.5 just posted by Perkins actually as he comes over the start-finish line and down into Paddock Hill.
So he's not done by any means.
No, he's not done. He's
had some hiccups.
He's certainly off the pace of the leaders, but he's not letting anyone behind him catch up.
I guess everyone's off the pace of the leaders, aren't they?
Exactly.
After this, maybe we can figure out what on earth happened with that rolling start.
Yeah, that rolling start was absurd.
It's a real shame that some of the other drivers couldn't make it in. Well, I think the only driver that couldn't get in because of technical reasons was Alan Padgham.
Yeah.
Which is a real struggle, but it does make the. Because how many? I'm just looking at the team points and who's actually racing, because we have only Brophy from OAP Racing, just Heaton from Team Heaton, Balabanov from DSG, Perkins and Vernon from Halls of Steel.
Well, Vernon is out, so he won't
score any
points today. So
yeah, would it even call a 7 session? Would it be DNF? I guess
it's a DNF. So
that's a bit of a shame, because even the 7th in this race would have been 12 points. Yeah, and HP Desclair 26 whatever. But no, they're not in it. Cocoa Pops, I don't think we've got any of them. Oh no, Costa. So Costa could keep some points coming in, or I don't think they'll catch Halls of Steel because Perkins is ahead. So could any? I think OAP Racing have got this. Because I don't think Team Heaton just doesn't have enough drivers on track to have an answer.
That's going to be a very big double win for Brophy. If he's going to, there's 1 minute of the race left. If he brings this home, and that means he's won the Drivers' Championship, but also it means that he's won the Team Championship as well.
Yeah, secured it for the team. That's well earned from Brophy, and organising the whole thing as well. We can't ignore the fact that this entire tournament happened because of Pete Brophy's efforts, or coordination and organisation. So we really have him to thank for all of this happening each time. I want to give a shout out as well to Denis Zabalewski, although he's not driving. There's not just inspired us all with absolute dominant driving, but has actually taken the time to pass instruction and racing tips to other members of the paddock.
Very good coach and of other drivers, and bestowing those tips and those pieces of wisdom has definitely helped improve the quality of the racing here.
And these are the last few corners of.
This is the last lap of the race.
Last lap of the championship. Yeah, still 6.5 seconds away, Tim Regal. It wasn't coming down. Whose tail is that ahead of... Is that Balabanov?
I think... No, it's not Balabanov. I think it might be... Could be Costa? It's probably Costa, yeah.
Right. Who's catching at a rate of knots. Not sure if he'd catch him before the end, because this is good. This is coming into the last one. This is Clark Curve.
Yep.
Onto the straight.
Pete Brophy wins at Brands and also wins the championship and also wins the team championship. Great race. And there's Tim Regal with coming in second.
It's a ruthless recovery drive. Like he's earned that second place.
Carving it out, and then far behind, 50 seconds behind in fact, is Matt Perkins. Gonna bring her home in third, hopefully for Matt.
This will put him quite comfortably up into fourth place in the championship. Matthew Perkins, like ahead of, well, like the next one behind him might be Tim Heaton actually.
Yeah, so big congratulations for Pete B, doing a great job there, bringing her home after some great racing, great tussles with Vernon in the first half of this race. There's Perkins bringing it home in third.
Give us some wiggle.
Give us the wiggle. Great drive here from Tim Heaton, bringing it home in fourth. Had a great battle with Costa earlier. Great performance. And here he is, Costa. Very courageous drive there. So yeah, your first place man is Pete Brophy, although fastest lap was Tim Regal, so congratulations to him. Second place, of course, is Regal. Third place is Perkins. Fourth place is Heaton. Fifth place is Costa. Sixth place is Balabanov. And seventh is Peter Vernon with a DNF. I've never seen this UI before.
Oh, no, me neither. I'm going to have a look at this. Don't know what much of this means. Well,
neither do I.
Well, I think we need to finally do the rounds of thank yous, because that's it for our championship.
Yep. And that's it for now. We will be back at some point with a new championship. We don't quite know when, but yeah, there'll be new cars, hopefully some new tracks, and hopefully a bunch of new races. So. Yeah,
indeed.
I think we can call out the first, second, and third of the championship, right, Doug?
Okay. Oh, definitely. Yeah. So Peter Brophy will have jumped two spaces from third to first to claim victory. And behind will be the dominant Denis Labalevsky and the intense Muna Yilmaz, like filling out the podium positions. I think we can also confirm that Matthew Perkins will have taken fourth from Tom Constable. But I think Tim Heaton will, because did he finish in fourth there?
In fourth, yes.
Yeah, so that would put him onto 85 points, which will be just 2 shy of Tom Constable. So Tom Constable will bring home fifth place. I think Tim Heaton will be in sixth, just pipping Ollie Salt. Then Ian Towers. I have no idea if Pete Vernon gets points from that or if it's a DNF. Yeah, and the rest of it, I'm not too sure.
How about the teams?
The teams are as they came into this, so we can confirm OAP Racing are your winning team, and chased hard by Team Heaton and Project DSG. I think DSG, although Balabanov brought home some points there, Heaton will have kept his eponymous team ahead. And Halls of Steel will bring it home in 4th. Coco Pops Racing. Costa brought in some decent points today. Just extend their lead over HP-2630 all the one printer incident with 2 months trial. Who finish up 6th place, and the Invisibles remain as they were. Invisible with 0 points.
I've got one question for you, Doug, and that is, how many points did Tim Regal get overall as a privateer, and how does he fit into the team points?
That's an interesting question. So, from today in P2, he would have got he would have got 22 points, plus I guess probably the 2 for fastest lap.
So I guess that's 24.
24 points. That will have put him on 40 points in total, which would have brought him up, I expect, into 11th place. Because Balabanov will have managed to stay ahead of him.
Yes.
But that puts him ahead of the Invisibles, but it isn't enough for him to catch HP Desjet, etc.
Very interesting.
Yeah, a few more races, and of course, and he would have been a solo force to race with, but only really a cameo entrance, but some fantastic performances. I know each time he's really exciting, fast, and fighty racer.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I think we have to thank the stream as well, like the chat.
Yeah, cheers for joining us each and every, nearly every Tuesday for the broadcasting of the racing. Hopefully we aim to do it again when the next championship comes up. So yeah, it's been massively fun hanging out with you guys and broadcasting the racing. And it's just always real fun, really, isn't it?
Yeah, this is great, and looking forward to when we get a chance to do it again. And hope we can have a good community of people watching. Hope these guys can bring in some fans to cheer them on. It's been great to see people cheering on their favourites, the Pete Brophy fan club, the Old Salt fan club.
Yeah, definitely get more people in here. We need more sim racers to come and join the championship the next time. We want a 30-car grid. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Spend some rubber.
All right. Well, we'll see you when you see you. I doubt that. I have no doubt that we'll be shouting about it when we come back on the air. So cheers everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye bye.